a junior. I'm glad to sit on the back row, for I would rather be a servant in the house of the Lord than to sit in the seats of the mighty.
The words, the last words of Alben William Barkley. The National Broadcasting Company presents the first in a new series of Biography in Sound, an audio study of the great men of our times. And as this Peabody Award-winning program returns to the air, we take another look at the Veep, the old Kentucky gentleman, Alben W. Barkley. You're going to hear from the people who knew him best, and one of those was a close friend, NBC News commentator Morgan Beatty.
If he could have chosen his way of passing, that's what everybody said, and everybody was right. If he could have chosen the way of taking his leave from us, he would have chosen the way he left. If he could have commented afterward on his own passing, he would have said, "My fatal infirmity came upon me appropriately. I was talking to the voters out of my heart and pointing to the half a century I had tried to serve them." If I had known this was my last speech, I would have told them how dearly I had held the hope in my heart to be President of the United States, and how many times I walked into political battles and felt the presence of the unknown and unblazed trails, and how it taxed my courage. I would have told them about Willie. Yes, that's what they tried to name me, Willie Alben. But as soon as I was old enough to assert myself, I let everybody know my name was Alben William Barkley. Could I have been running for president at so tender an age? That would have been the right name for the history books, Alben William Barkley, President of the United States. And I was born in a log cabin, well, a 2-story log house, and I helped my father work the tobacco and thresh the wheat and clear the timber. At 12, I was doing a man's work. That was right for the history of the thing, but I wouldn't have told those students about my schoolhood wrestling match with Ernest Wyman. There wasn't much point in it. Or maybe there was.
Well, Alben and me was about the same age, of course. Well, he was a little taller than I and a little heavier. And me and him used to wrestle right smart, but I always threw him.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?